Alright guys, welcome back to the BigPoint battle, Mousesports versus Team Liquid, game number 3. Mousesports came back, and would you believe it, game number 3, I checked it just for you guys. It's US East, the server, and I will even type ping in the console next time. I thought you guys wanted to know my ping. Sorry. Draft happening, let's go into it. By the way, you should hydrate, guys. Go get yourself a drink, get yourself a cup of tea. Some nice tea would always help. Not so much sugary stuff, some water also on the side, and then something to eat. Go eat an apple if you can. We'll try to keep you guys healthy. Okay. Now, game number 1 was quite the storm from Liquid's side. Game number 2 was, in the beginning, relatively even, but Mousesports quickly crystallized as the dominant force inside of the game. And now we will have game number 3, again, on the American server. And we just saw how much of an influence this has on the game. 1-1, game number 3, as I said. Mousesports don't have their team profile in, but we all know who they are. Nino currently standing in for Alex as he is busy with other stuff. As to why Alex isn't playing, Mousesports have this internal agreement where they said, alright, we'll try not to play any officials on a Friday. And again, this is the exact same thing that happened when Team Liquid went to Game 3 with Kaipi. And Fada cast that game with me, so they must have known that if they go for Carl, they will be going up against the Phantom Lancer. The Phantom Lancer Shadow Demon, and Fada explained that, you know, again, it's not only do they have the Phantom Lancer to counter, or to at least prevent Mousesports from getting the Cardle PL combination, but they also pick the Shadow Demon right away so that they don't have that SD counter for Shadow Demon when the game goes late. So they have the Cardle, but now they need to draft something that can deal with this lineup. Team Liquid did a great job with this combination early on, and again, they have the ping advantage too. So, Luna, second pick for Black. Again, guys, I would like to talk more with you guys in the chat about the draft, about the strategies, what you guys think would be a nice touch. You know, simply what you think about the draft, what picks you would like to see, what stuff you don't like to see, like if you agree with the picks or not. I always like to see this type of feedback in the chat, and then we can have a conversation, although I have a 2-minute delay. And one more time, guys, after this best of 3, I will probably be playing some viewer games, so if you are interested to play, then stick around afterwards. Unless this game wears me out too much, I might just fall into my bed after, but stick around, I'll let you know if I am up for some games. Matcha and Sup, you can go for Banana, that's fine. Banana's also good.
Seconds remaining.
So Magnus and Luna, second and third pick now from Mousesports.
5 seconds remaining.
And I mean, we saw what Team Liquid were capable of doing with the Phantom Lancer, but so far I'm liking the picks from Mousesports. But to be completely honest, I mean, in the last game, not the last game, but game 3 between Kaipi and Team Liquid, which was cast a few hours ago, Kaipi chose a very nice teamfight clash push lineup revolving around the Dragon Knight. He went for an early Midas, and they had a long time window where they could take fights against Phantom Lancer, and I really liked that. Wow, excuse me. And Fada was giving some really good pointers, because they also had the Chen, that the Keeper of the Light Kaipi did, and Queen of Pain, then of course the Dragon Knight, and then one support. And it worked out very well for them. It's just they weren't able to finish the game entirely, and that was mostly due to the fact that they didn't use the full potential of their lineup. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe Mousesports will pick up a Dragon Knight this time around also. I mean, the splash works incredibly well against the Dragon Knight, the Phantom Lancer, and I would just like to see that hero more in the competitive scene. I'm a big fan of Dragon Knight. So let's see what you guys are thinking about this draft so far. Nothing beats a late game PL. PL pickers don't deserve to win. Gyrocopter would also be an option, I think, yeah.
Five seconds remaining.
Alright, so Nature's Prophet, the third pick for Team Liquid as we head ourselves into the second ban phase of game number 3. Leshrac, Lina, so again, the supports that set up well with the Shadow Demon. Last game, the fifth pick, the fifth ban from Mousesports was the Windrunner. And Team Liquid this time around ban out the Lone Druid first, don't want to deal with him. And I think Mousesports right now have to decide, do they have Luna as a sole carry, or do they decide to go for a dual carry strat and try to play the late game against Phantom Lancer, or will they try to maybe opt for more into a pushing lineup, pick a jungler like a Chen or an Enchantress or an Enigma, try to go for the big fight, team fight slash push strategy, try to dominate their enemies like that. The Magnus would open up that door. Luna, of course, scales very well throughout the stages of the game, keep it alive with some good burst. I think with a jungler and another hero for fighting, maybe something like a Windrunner, they could have a chance to try and finish the game and snowball before Phantom Lancer gets too big. I think that is, in my opinion, one way to deal with the Phantom Lancer. Because Phantom Lancer works similarly to an anti-mage, you know, if he requires that early farm very desperately, and Luna becomes useful a lot sooner than heroes like Phantom Lancer or anti-mage. So going for those timed pushes seems quite reasonable to me. Team Liquid now, they take out the Rubik once more. Again, that for the fourth or fifth time in a row that I see Rubik being banned out in the second ban phase. And then the Lion. Paz played a tremendous Lion just now, one game ago. Server location King S is US East. Tina 90. Yes, drunk people are allowed for the viewer games. I'm debating whether I should make drunkenness as a prerequisite for playing viewer games with me.
5 seconds remaining.
The Growing Darkness. TL really wants to win this. I agree. They're probably going to throw Boba on that Nature's Prophet, then TCM, Phantom Lancer, Shadow Demon played by Ike's Mike, and they're like, we really want to win this shizzle. And I mean, it's understandable. I mean, it's a 2-day tournament and it's 2,000 euros up for grabs. Of course you want to win it. Just go Morphling and replicate PL all the time. Works wonders. That's not even that bad of an idea. Just too bad that Morph isn't that powerful anymore. But to be honest, with that Gyrocopter pick, Mousesports don't have to worry about Phantom Lancer that much. Only when it goes really late, I think they need to worry about it. But Rocket Barrage, Flak Cannon, Luna's Glaives, the nuke potential from Keep It Light and Magnus, it's plenty to deal with Phantom Lancer.
10 seconds remaining.
HRP underscore in chat. They need another carry. Luna ain't enough. Well, they got the Gyrocopter. Good call there, my friend.
Reserve time.
Bloodworm. Morph is one great counter to PL. Don't forget the Water Boy. He's just in the corner waiting. The Water Boy. Tinker? Yeah, Pity Pit. Tinker could be good. And yeah, once Troll hits the hero pool, I'll be happy. I would love to see a Troll.
Seconds remaining.
So Team Liquid is really taking their time. Look at that, 5 seconds left in the bonus time. They gotta go for it. They won't have any time to think, any extra time to think about heroes later on, and they do decide to go for Windrunner. So this makes their lanes interesting. Nature's Prophet, jungle, long lane, solo mid even perhaps. Windrunner, will it be a long lane solo Windrunner, or will it be the solo mid? A lot of options for Team Liquid here.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
The last pick for Mousesports. 12 seconds left.
10 seconds.
Get yourself a good support, guys. But which one are you gonna get? A Vengeful Spirit?
5
A
seconds
Venomancer?
remaining.
I think it's gonna be one of those two, or I'm completely off. Vengeful Spirit. They've been running this for a while.
Team pick.
The issue is, and I think this is why they were thinking for such a long time, is I talked to Fade about this when he was casting with me, because Mousesports love their dual roam. They love to have two roamers to open up the map and the lanes for their main heroes. But a Vengeful Spirit, she has very weak laning, and they counteract her weak laning by just letting her roam. But she isn't... Keep the Light isn't the best
10
roamer. He's a
10
pretty terrible
seconds
roamer,
remaining.
to be exact. He can throw out his nuke, and that is
5
all well and
seconds
good.
remaining.
But usually Keep the Light is picked up for the sheer fact that he's capable of just going into the jungle and get some levels pretty fast, counter push, do good harass. So maybe we will see just a tri-lane instead, but the initiation power of that tri-lane will be severely hindered, so probably Fata. Yeah, Fata will be playing Luna and then Black on Gyro, I believe. Unless they want to have Gyro in solo mid, of course. That's their decision right now. They're not sure. Okay, there they go. Fata picks up Luna. Maybe they will swap later on, but it looks like we will have Fata on the gyrocopter. Zaitoro calling the puck. Who else called the puck? Who else called it? Shout out to Zaitora. Ionia also calling the puck. Ghost PvP feeding the puck. So yeah. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Game number 3 now underway, ladies and gentlemen, for the semi-finals of the BigPoint battle. Thank you all for sticking around. Thank you all for tuning in. I do appreciate it quite a bit. Please support me by following me on Twitter at Epi Commentary. I would very much appreciate that. IX Mike for the 3rd game in a row playing the Shadow Demon. TC for a 2nd game playing Phantom Lancer. Korok this time around on Puck. No anti-mage for him. Fluff on Windrunner. And that will leave Boba on his Nature's Prophet. Lovin' Boba's Nature's Prophet. Nino, the stand-in. Keeper of the Light, Black on the gyrocopter. Koikva on the Magnus. Fada, again, solo mid Luna, and that will leave Paz on his Vengeful Spirit. So let me have one last look in the chat to see if there's anything interesting going on. Alright. So, the Command Aura, is it called Command Aura? No, by now it's called a Vengeance Aura. Dota 1 is called Command Aura. In conjunction with Luna's Aura is a crapload of bonus damage. And it's really nice because Gyrocopter, Vengeful Spirit, and Luna are ranged heroes. It doesn't benefit Magnus a lot, but his right-click damage isn't why he's picked. So, it is a very cool combination in terms of auras from Mousesports. A weaker variation of the aura strat where you would go like something crazy like Vengeful Spirit, Drow, Beastmaster. It's pretty sick. Alright, Black. Hasting down toward Boba. At least toward the Treants here. Tries to slow things down a little bit. And now stabilize the creep wave a good chunk further down. So Boba managed actually to pull the creep wave a big way back down. Closer toward himself. Korok in middle lane. Together with IX Mike standing up against Fada, who once more went for that Wraith Band. Middle lane initiation's coming in. This Illuminate's channeled up by Nino. Right click's coming through. Korok being very aggressive toward Fada here. And IX Mike might be in trouble. Nino chasing up the high ground. There's Illuminate. Good play by Nino. First blood goes the way of Mousesports. Down goes IX Mike. In the meantime, down here, Fluff just pulling away the creeps. Koikva trying to disrupt him a little bit. And now needs to back out. Fluff on level 2. No warp block on the pole camp. And we have just Nino sitting here babysitting the Luna a little bit in mid. Korok 4-3 and 3-0 on Luna, so we will have Keeper of the Light hanging around a little bit longer here while Paz tries to get himself some last hits. No, he will leave it to Black. And Boba will have a big creep wave now coming into his tier 1 tower. So we have dual lane versus dual lane, and it's very rare we see Luna with a Keeper of the Light in mid and a Puck supported by a Shadow Demon. 2-minute rune gonna spawn on bottom. There we have the DD. We have the two supports now moving their way down there, but forfeit from IX Mike. Top tier 1 Boba, still sitting and soaking up the experience, sitting just above level 3.5, whereas Koikva just about to hit level 3. Disruption in mid, goes out into Fader. Just a little bit of harass going on. That will be his salve, I think, used. No, just the Tango. Rotation coming up from Boba. Moving himself into the jungle at this point. Oh yes, blah blah foo stream, of course. Yeah, Luna Aura affects ranged melee heroes as well. The Vengeance Aura, sorry. It's just this one here. No, it's both. I feel so terrible, guys. I'm sorry. Let me check the pings, though. Let me do that at least for you. Just make sure I'm not missing anything while I do it. Fader forced to use a salve to survive this. Now move himself back. That was a good initiation here. So, let's go for ping. So, have a look at that. Make a screenshot of that, boys, because I'm going to close that right away. Koikva, about between 200 and 250 to 2 something. Korok takes a crap load of punishment here in mid. So one thing that I'm very interested in is, you know, Boba now 10 and 2, he got a crap load of experience. He can now rotate into the jungle where it's a bit safer for him. Nuke flies out into Korok. He has to be careful. He's going to throw out the nuke again. And Fader might be in trouble right now. TP in from Boba. Good attention on the minimap. Down goes Luna in the middle lane. And Nino, there's nothing he can do about this. Even though Korok is very low in HP, Bottle Crowing now being utilized once more. In the meantime, bottom lane Koikva standing his ground against Fluff. But we all know how annoying it is to trade hits with the Windrunner. Her attack animation is really good. Attack range very high. How's Phantom Lancer looking? 28 last hits, 5 minutes into the game. Fluff is creating a lot of space for his hard carry on bot. At least Magnus has some boots now. 14 last hits on Luna. Compare that to Puck's 15, so it's relatively even in terms of that. The rotation around from Fluff, Koikva might be in trouble. Level 2 Skewer are going to keep him safe, I think. With no regen, he needs to be careful. Okay, the salve is not flying out. Does belong to Koikva. So let us see how Mousesports will be able to utilize this very early to mid-game heavy lineup. They will need to leave the laning phase very soon, 5-man up, and try to pick team fights or force fights, or if Liquid is trying to avoid the team fights, punish them by taking towers early on. But the most important thing, Haze got picked up by Nino, and this might be trouble for Fluff. He still has the wind run. Some warding happening in the meantime. A lot of damage being done. Fluff wind runs out of range of that nuke. So Magnus level 6 will be key here, I think.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
X Mike throws out the disruption. The nuke flies through though from Fader. X Mike might be in trouble. Korok is here, so is Fluff. Illuminate damages down the supports a good chunk. Boba also in the vicinity. And Korok eats a nuke from Fader. And that middle lane from... What do you guys think about this middle lane? Top goes down, the tier 1 from Liquid. Luna did go down once. And Korok hasn't died yet. So I guess it's going pretty good for Liquid. have a look at the gold difference. That tower does a good chunk for Mousesports here. Was black looking phase boots Aquila, 49 last hits. That's more like it. Last game, or the game before that, black was looking pretty weak on the Nature's Prophet. Almost no farm whatsoever. 4th or 5th, which is very unusual for a player like black who knows the farming game. Let's have a look at the hero levels. It's actually looking pretty good for Mousesports, even on that in that regard. But what I'm missing right now is them transitioning this into something tangible. Try to go for something. Try to go for a push. They don't have that big ulti from the Magnus yet, though. Black rotating. Paz up here now too. In case you guys didn't know, Paz, you guys should know. Paz was the long lane solo player for old Mousesports under Kuroki, and now he actually rotated and switched roles into support, number 4 position. And Koikva now the long lane solo player for Mousesports. And I must say, they actually, you know, Mousesports still very, very strong. Even with the stand-in Nino, they're doing quite well. And I'm very happy that they are keeping it all German. It's just nice to have an all-German lineup. It's very rare in Dota 2, or it used to be at least, and now we have a very high-skill German squad in the Dota 2 professional scene. And Mousesports Team Liquid, always a very, very action-packed and fun to watch matchup. Korok throws out the ulti, gets snapped by Nino. The orb is flying, might catch him. No, he gets out just fine. And Fluff now rotating into the middle lane. We might see a big fight coming up. TC already has the Yasha. Level 6 coming in from Magnus. He'll need one more creep, and then I would love to see Mousesports immediately transitioning into a push. Keep the light already heading back to base. This is looking good so far. Maybe the middle tier 1 would be a good way to both give Fada some space, keep down the enemy middle heroes, especially Korok, and get a tower. That would be perfect for Mousesports right now if they were to translate that level 6 on Magnus into a big advantage like that. So Koikva, what are you going to do, buddy? You're going to stay on bot, or you're going to rotate? Looks like in rotation, actually. Looking for the wards here. No, he's sticking around on bottom for now. Questionable choice if you ask me. He throws out the mana. It really doesn't do that much against a PL. But there's a smoke gang coming in with dust on Paz. So that's what they're going to use the ulti for. Paz. Swap. Into the dust. Is there going to be a stun? Yes, there it is. Koikva. Is he going to use his RP? Yes, they do want to make sure that TC really does die. That was a very successful gank from Mousesports here. In the meantime, middle lane, Fada just hanging back, farming underneath his own tier 1 tower. That was exactly what Mousesports needed. Because if you look at the gold per minute, TC was getting a lot of gold. He already has that Yasha in his inventory. He bought up items quickly though before he died by the looks of it. That's a very good habit to get, guys. I mean, especially ever since reliable gold and unreliable gold got into the game, it's you really need to develop that habit to quickly to put items into the quick buy box here, and then just purchase your items before you die as much as you can. Especially since the whole reliable unreliable gold. I mean, I myself I don't do it because I'm a lazy bum, but in theory it is very important to do that. I seriously should force myself to learn that. Since when you buy items, if I remember correctly, it does spend the unreliable gold first and then the reliable gold. So if you die, then you won't lose nearly as much gold. Oh, Fluff in trouble. Ike's Mike. Oh man, the animation. He was mid-animation. He was just in time with the TP. And Boba still farming away. His Midas is up, 44 last hits, 1 and 0, level 8. Reminds me of the hero levels, so check those quickly. Bottom lane, TC going in. No, just warding a little bit. And this sentry, perfect position here. Immediately 100 gold down from Liquid. As you can see, Boba's getting up there with the experience. And this might come in very, very handy later on. Nature's Prophet is that tide turner when it comes to the team fights. So the big question is whether or not we will see Luna going. Yes, okay, she's going for the Yasha again. Yasha first item, first big core item on, or bigger core item on Luna. Koikva has Arcane Boots up right now. And they did a great job utilizing that ultimate on PL. And I think that's the only two options they really had. Either go for picking off the enemy hard carry, or try to make something more out of it by rotating into the middle lane. Try to go for a team fight, force it, or catch them out of position even, and then translating this into a tier 1 tower push. But you can never really go wrong with trying to keep a Phantom Lancer down early on, because TC, even by now, with the added attack speed from the Yasha, you know, the chance overall for him to get some illusions going is just a lot higher. And we all, you know, he just gets stronger exponentially as the game progresses. He'll just complete up his first core item, and then as soon as he gets his heart, which will still be probably about at least 20 minutes off, I think, it's going to be trouble. Fada almost has his Yasha completed. And I was asking Fada when I was casting with him why people don't pick, for example, Broodmother more, because he was talking about how the split push aspect is so important for Phantom Lancer. And not only does Phantom Lancer not need to be around when he's pushing with his illusions, but also he's just, you know, his illusions don't give any gold or experience, so that's also a very big part of it. Broodmother needs to sit around in a web close to the lane. She needs to be there physically to help out with the push. Her Spiderlings, they give golden experience, and with the PL you just don't have those negative points. And you know, that's the question is, if you have a hero like that, does he need a nerf? I don't have a clear answer to it. Don't know what you guys think. And if he does need a nerf, then how best to go about it? You know, oh, Korra coming with the haste. Is he going to find it? Tries to phase off from the stun, but good bait off from Paz with the animation. Korra gets stunned, but nothing to follow up. The haste, just too much. In the back of the play, Keep the Light goes down to Phantom Lancer, and that will be the end of that. So Korra, with his haste and movement in, just created a lot of space and essentially cut off life support to Keep the Light. So, tier 1 tower on the bottom lane now under siege from Team Liquid. So nice. People in chat are explaining to someone what reliable gold and unreliable gold is. That's so nice of you guys. Keep it up. Great to see. Phantom Lancer, how's he looking? Last game he played the PL, he went for the Yasha, then straight into a Diffusal Blade. I like that item choice, and he'll probably repeat that one this game. Oh, Koikva might be in trouble. Korok, Shackle, but it doesn't latch. Power Shot misses because he was able to move off to the side and not even breaking the leash. Koikva is safe for now. Paz tries to create some space for him. And we are at Nino stacking up the Ancients. That will be great for both Luna and the Gyrocopter later on. Let's see if Team Liquid have been doing this. No, they have not. Didiru now on Luna. Rotating up toward the top by the looks of it. Black fighting up against TC. Flak doing a good chunk of damage. And actually Luna did turn back around. Ah, she might have actually been able to find something. Okay, they just don't have anything to reveal off the Invis hero by the looks of it. Let's have a look at the items. Dust on VS, on no one else do they have anything to reveal off the Invis heroes. Drums, phase boots on Black. How much gold does he have? 2.1k gold. And on the other side of the map, or on the other team rather, we have that Midas still have the Nature's Prophet. And the Yasha on Phantom Lancer. Shackle, doesn't latch. Nuke, gonna hit on Korok. Not able to phase out in time. And Boba, 1100 gold. Has he bought something? That's interesting. He's been AFK farming for a pretty long time, and I would have expected him to have more gold, especially with his hand of Midas. Might be wrong though. Fada. Oh man, Fluff, not the luckiest one with his shackles. Illuminate gets the last hit here, and Mousesports opening up the game versus Team Liquid. The American powerhouse really under a lot of pressure here, and this is on the US East server, mind you guys. Let's again, while things are cooling down, have a look at the pings here. Oh. Alright, this is Antenna Dota here. Mouse. Alright, so they're sitting between 100 and 200. In the upper 100s here. Except for Koikva and Nino. They're sitting at above 200. In the meantime, bottom tier 1 went down. Man, 200 ping, I couldn't imagine playing a competitive game like that. I mean, I get really worked up when I play with like 100, with 100 MS in a normal pub game where it's just for fun. Boba. There's that item for him. That's where that gold went. The Shadow Blade. Good blind though, and the TP out. Swap away, cancelled! Oh, a little bit of miscommunication. Ulti comes up from Ike's. Mike Pa's gonna go down, pay with his life. And I think that Nino would have been safe, and Pa's just trying to help his buddy out and just died. Good comradeship here from our Vengeful Spirit support. So there's that Yasha, a bit of alacrity already in the stash for that Diffusal Blade for our PL.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
You have Koiko waiting for the stack. Very important. I mean, even in pub games, guys, if you're just a support player and you don't know what to do because you're in that mid-game phase where towers are pushed and you're not really sure where to go, the map is warded, and you just feel kind of useless. Do this. Go to the ancient spots. Start stacking like crazy. Stack these spots. It helps. Helps you hard carry. You can see in-game how much reliable and unreliable gold you have by just hovering over this. So you can see it's always split up. Bottom lane, we have some fighting happening. Koik are going to go down. Bulba again, great TP, and that's the power of a Nature's Prophet. As you can see, if you hover over here, you can see how much reliable, how much unreliable gold you have. When you buy items, it uses the gold from the unreliable gold first, and you can't lose the reliable gold on death, those are so many amazing arguments as to why you freaking just spam your quick buy hotkey before you die. Random Dota 2 music. Awesome. Maybe miss a kill. It's all because of the music. Liquid doing a very good job split pushing the bottom tier 2 right now. They back out just in time as Magnus is TPing him, but they did do a fair chunk of damage here. 5-4 right now. If we look at the gold graph, it's actually by now in favor of Team Liquid, and so is the experience. So Team Liquid are essentially out of the neck of the woods at this point, and I'm missing the aggression from Mousesports. I'm of the opinion that the late game will be pretty tough for Mousesports, but it seems that from the way that Mouse is playing this, they feel fine. They feel fine just farming and taking this game late. They're saying, fine, yeah, we can do that. It's totally okay with us. Koikwa still just stacking up 1-1-0. He just wants his Blink Dagger, and he also doesn't want to die, so instead he just resorts to stacking. And now Black rotates down with this freshly bought up... Oh, the stack didn't work. With this freshly purchased damage item, goes in with the flak. Look at that. That reminds me of Loda's rampage yesterday against Mousesports. Man, that was sick. Yep, Xanax 654. I agree, absolutely agree. If Mousesports let this go late game, then they will get split pushed to death by Phantom Lancer and Nature's Prophet, is what he just said, and I very much agree. This is very risky for Mousesports. I mean, and Nature's Prophet by himself already very annoying in the later stages of the game, but combine that with the Phantom Lancer. TP coming up for the top lane. Black is here, and so is Fada, but both those heroes just invisible. Might be thinking, yeah, they might want to consider buying up a gem. Bottom lane, Paz in huge trouble. Koikva also goes for the skewer. Two-man RP. Is there any follow-up? Korok is here. Paz goes down and was essentially a wasted ultimate in my mind. Should have perhaps used the skewer to get himself into safety because now he's in trouble and goes down. So not only do they lose 2 heroes, but they also have the RP down for 100 seconds. Nino gets scouted out. Ike's Mike coming. There's the ulti and Boba. Team Liquid are just going crazy on Mousesports right now. Their effectiveness is now coming into play. And they get 3 kills on Mousesports within not even half a minute. Top lane, PL already getting powerful. The Diffusal Blade is up. TC slowly and steadily pushing his lane. Finally a Manta style up on Luna. But this is looking pretty dire for Mousesports. Smoke up on Ike's Mike. Wards up in the stash. The item stash, not that stash. So they got things taken care of, and Liquid are very comfortable taking it to these later stages of the game, as we saw Nature's Prophet becoming more and more effective in his contribution to the team fight. Gyrocopter, Demon Edge. How much gold does Black have? It's going to be his MKB finish right there if he wants to. Diffusal Blade, Yasha, Shadow Blade, into a Hex I believe now from Nature's Prophet. Blink on Korok, very important, and actually into an Orchid. And the mech on Fluff. We don't have a mech on Mousesports at all, so slowly but surely I think Team Liquid's effectiveness in the team fights is getting stronger. Stronger than that of Mousesports, but I think we will have to see in a team fight itself how well Mousesports will be able to do. I mean, we shouldn't underestimate the power of the auras, you know, the damage output they can deal here. And in they go. As you can see on the minimap, top tier 1 being split pushed by the PL, while Mousesports unsure of what to do. Tier 1 drops on top and Team Liquid just get free gold. Harfin, yeah, Luna and Harfin in chat says Luna and Gyrocopter, they counter PL really hard. I agree, man. That's a very good point. I just feel like, how often will Liquid really go for those really big team fights if they can just split push the hell out of them? You know, I mean, Team Liquid will know that Phantom Lancer will have an issue, but he's just so versatile. You know, he can just be used as a really annoying split pusher. He doesn't have to be in these full-on 5-on-5 team clashes, and that's not what Team Liquid really want. I mean, they have Nature's Prophet. He can, if they find, oh man, that's like that. If they find the easy pickoffs, they can use their mobility to get those kills. But they don't have to. Hex out onto Black. He actually turns around. The MKB is finished. Throws out the ulti. Fadas here with his ultimate in turn, though. Have Liquid overextended? That's the big question. Now, Nino goes down. Disruption goes out. 3 heroes dead from Mousesports. The answer is no. They have not overextended. And it's a tier 2 tower on top that's going to go down. Liquid taking a firm grip on this game. Very, very impressive play by them. Good rotations, good team fights, good decision making. And Black on ball lane might even get soloed right now by Boba. The right click is coming in. He's trying to man up and fight this. The rocket goes out. Boba's invis. He's going to go and try to go for the TP before the rocket connects. Might be too late right now. No, it's going to be in time. He went to the middle lane. Oh man, he was like, buddy, there's a rocket coming, please attack it. Here it is. Loving that sound effect. Yep. Backdog, I agree. Boba is a very strong Nature's Prophet player, and to be honest, I think many people underestimate Boba as a player. His Tinker, his Nature's Prophet are game breakers. He is the type of player, you know, when they go for the Phantom Lancer, they know they want to drag it a little bit later. He just kind of disappears and tries to stay by himself, farm up a little bit, and then later on, he will just have so much impact on the game. And I think this is why I think Mousesports made a little bit of a mistake by not taking the fight to the enemy sooner in the game. I mean, the kind of decision making I would have liked to see more of in Mousesports' game up to this point is of the same sort like that gank on bottom on the PL once Magnus had his ultimate. That type of aggressive, intelligent decision making is what I think would have given Mousesports better cards in this matchup. Because now if you look at the minimap even, they have barely any map control. We have Liquid just applying so much pressure. Now the tier 2 going to go down, and there's nothing that Mousesports can do about that. They do use the glyph, okay, just outside the deny range, but I don't think Liquid will stop. They will just force it down. See, that's just a wasted glyph essentially. This is the type of glyph that if you see that in a public game on your team, if somebody uses a glyph to save a tower or to keep a tower alive for an extra 8 seconds, that's like when the all chat goes crazy. No, the team chat goes crazy. Orchid now up on Puck. Again, let's have a look at the gold graph. 14,000. Wow, look at that. That's very similar graphs here. Beautiful. Nino dewarding a bit, trying to regain some map control. TP from NP almost. Bulba getting pretty aggressive here, and his damage output is getting pretty significant. Black might be in trouble here. Bulba coming in here. Eats a flak. Eats another flak. So, to be honest, with since I'm not a professional player and I haven't really played on a professional team against like a on a US East server or vice versa, it's tough for me to say. But you know, Mousesports, they were playing on the EU server and they won, and then Liquid, they played on the US server, they won both games. You know, I don't know. I don't know how to tackle this problem, how to decrease the response times of the servers. What do you think? How much of an impact, like how much percent of this situation in the game right now is brought to us by the ping? What do you think, guys? I'll be interested to know. MKB still on black, 260 last hits, man. But still behind the Phantom Lancer, who's got 240. It's pretty ridiculous. Down here, Boba hexing Fada and then sprouting something. Gets ultied. IX Mike is here. Defensive disruption. There it is. Fada gets silenced by Korok. The support from Liquid. Beautiful rotations here from the American boys. And that's the end of that. Black actually coming in, throws on an ulti. Gonna miss everything. And Puck gets a kill on Magnus. Unstoppable on the Korok. And this is right now Liquid taking game number 3, I believe. TC pushing in the top. The blinding light slowing things down a little bit. My boy. Black trying his best again to try and carry his team against the Phantom Lancer, but Liquid's movement across the minimap and the decision making. And speaking of smart decision making, quick rotation to Roshan while PL is still showing himself on the map on top. It is very efficient stuff that they're doing here. It's like it's business as usual for Liquid right now. Oh man. Fada 1 and 3, no BKB in sight. Puck picks up his Aegis. There's that eagle song, the butterfly flying out to Phantom Lancer right now. And this will be the sign that signalizes Liquid to go and finish the game, I believe. 1800 gold on Boba. All the lanes are pushed in. This is all signs go. Zombie Elephant says 50% is owed to the ping. Trezor 999 says it's obvious, Epi. Valve needs to create an island in the middle of the Atlantic and put a server there. Great idea. I support that idea. +1 for that.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Black BKB up. So that's something at least. And Mousesports not giving up whatsoever. It may look pretty hopeless from our perspective, but they certainly still feel like they have a chance, and they're still fighting. I mean, the racks are still up, and Mousesports still feeling confident. They have some good ward vision here too. Unfortunately, the PL isn't overextending whatsoever. Miley Cyrus fan 298 spamming out the all caps USA. And I must say, guys, even though I don't have any mods in chat and stuff, you are being really nice, not spamming like crazy and stuff. Thank you for that. Rillick says ping has 10% difference because 90% of the heroes are playable with 200 MS. Very good point from Chemical Toilet. Black is sitting at 0, 0, and 0. So out of 4 kills, he's been a part of none. And he hasn't died yet. So maybe he's their secret weapon right now. I think this should be cue for Black to start farming up for Divine Rapier. And now Mousesports just hanging inside their own base. Those are the choke wards right here. They really, there's not a lot that, like, this is all liquid territory. This is USA over here. And this is little Germany in here. $2K gold on Luna. Blink dagger still on Magnus. And as you see, TL is very hesitant about pushing in. They're really taking that slow push, IG style on top. Because Mousesports teamfight is very, very scary. And Liquid not giving anything away. They're playing it absolutely safe. Ethereal Blade on Nature's Prophet. Won't you look at that? Look at the item difference. This is ridiculous. 20,000 gold will do that. Here's a net worth for you all. And they're just pushing in from all sides. It's like we don't see a lot of action, even though the game is very active. You know, that's unfortunate that it's not something hugely exciting like a crazy, long and drawn-out team fight. But Liquid are doing a very good job of systematically taking this game here. Even now, offensively using the disruption from the Shadow Demon. Now, I would like to see a nice wraparound smoke gank from Mousesports here right now. They need to get out of their base. They need to make something happen. With Team Liquid. With Team Liquid being so spread out across the map. A smoke gang would be a pretty good idea, I think. Unfortunately, they don't have the information about that, though. They don't know where the enemy is. They just see TC pop up once in a while, and then they can't even be that sure if it's the original or not. And now this will be a wave, I think, that will take the tier 3. Hex now up on Puck also. And here they go. Tier 3 gonna go down. Really IG style. And look at that, Illusion's just completely annihilating Black. The HP just drops so fast. This is the power of a Phantom Lancer. And this is 35, this is by no means like the very late game. This is 35 minutes into the game is when Phantom Lancer already is capable of pushing a tier 3 tower with perpetually sending in illusions. Hitler waiting in base to lose the war. Oh man. You guys. How's Luna looking? Oh man, look at all these items. 2 hexes on them. They should just try and go for the high ground right now. They're still split pushing like crazy. And Boba's just waiting for his chance. Now they have like more like 4 heroes from from Team Liquid, excuse me, on top. Korok in mid. Okay, 3 on top. Korok mid, Boba bot. And Mousesports just not doing anything. They're just hanging out. They're like, yeah, you can slow push. It's okay. BKB forced out by Black even. This is huge. This is actually amazingly, ginormously, gigantic, big. Huge. BKB now on Luna. Liquid have 1 minute to try and look for a team fight. Smoke. But perfect sentries here by Mousesports. They see them coming in. And now they go in for the racks. And look at Boba, he's just hanging out on bot. Glyph gets used. and they realize with the BKB down on black, they have to take this opportunity. Nukes are coming in. Here's the counter push from Mousesports. But still, it does so much. These illusions deal so much damage. Boba takes a tier 3 on bot in the meantime. Targets the racks. I know it's not the funnest game to watch, but this is just beautiful. Beautiful strategy from Liquid. It's not the flashy thing that the viewers love, but it's still good Dota. And you can see Mousesports just trying to defend on all sides, but they're faltering. You know, they're falling, they're losing their base, and that's why I was calling for a smoke gang about 5 minutes ago. Failing like NP, they can't go for a smoke gank Epi. If they go to get the top lane, they lose bot racks. Well, that's a good point. Yeah, they're getting split pushed quite hard. But right now, it's even less likely they can go for a smoke gank with the tier 3 tower down. And Fada getting soloed here by Boba. Holy crap! So even with the tier 3 tower still up for protection, I think they should have tried to go for something at least, you know, because right now they're just passively dying. You know, at least try something. I think that's better than doing something over and over and over again that's obviously not working. So wrong core, Epi, don't you think this is extremely boring? Well, to give you some background information, man, I slept about 3 hours last night, and I had a bunch of projects to finish at work, and I've been casting a lot. I'm tired as hell. This game isn't helping, let's put it that way, because it's not like a lot of action, but, well, I wouldn't say it's really boring. I mean, there's not a lot of kills happening, that's for sure. But I admire the strategy that Liquid's using. It's not flashy, but it's still very effective, and they're playing their cards right. They want to play safe because they respect Mousesports and they think they're a formidable opponent. So there's nothing wrong with that. Now the Rack's gonna go down on top. Luna hexed up on bot. Koikva still around, and Boba has been on bottom lane for 10-15 minutes. BKB on Luna not used yet, and then top Racks go down. And this is what the draft was hinting at too. I mean, and that's, I don't know who it was in the chat, but he was mentioning that he doesn't agree with Mousesports taking this to the late game because exactly this would happen. The split push from Nature's Prophet and PL is just way too powerful. I mean, Windrunner really didn't have to do anything. You know, just attack some creeps and make the calls for his team. He can focus on everything, just reacting, healing up the creeps and stuff, and just beautiful beautiful teamwork from Team Liquid. I mean, this is not okay, I guess many teams will be able to do this, but not that many. Put it that way. It's pretty tough to split push properly. I think Nature's Prophet gets the kill on Fata in the middle lane. Buyback used immediately. Middle Rack's gonna go down. This is just very good play by Team Liquid. As much as I love Mousesports, you gotta hand it. I gotta give it up for Team Liquid. Boba actually drops. I'm sorry for missing this. 3 heroes down here. What was Boba doing there? I'm not sure, but Fada at least dropped again. Alright, F-Blade and Dagon for Boba. Okay. I'm so sorry for missing that, guys. That must have been awesome. Boba shows himself. He does have to buy back, so he might have overextended. I'm not so sure. Swap from Paz. Pulls him back in. We have some action going, guys, but Team Liquid moving in to take the racks in the middle lane. And they leave Boba alive. He turns out for the Dagon, and now he has to go for the ulti to finish the job. Middle barracks going to go down. Team Liquid outmaneuvering their opponent here in game number 3 for the BigPoint battle. And Black has at least 1 assist.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Korok going after Koikva right now. The cancer is setting in. You guys. And now Mousesports chasing. What's Paz doing? Mega creeps up. Ultimate used. But by now, TC too strong. He can just solo the enemy team. Illusions everywhere.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Mega Creeps now on Team Liquid.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Xanax 654. Yeah, you were that. That was you. Yeah, I mean, I think I mean you wrote it out and you called it, but I think many people alongside with you had that feeling that Team Liquid just have a crapload of split push potential, especially toward the later stages of the game, and that perhaps Mousesports feeling overconfident in being able to go toe to toe against them. But then you got to keep in mind they were playing with a stand-in. Nino, also a German. They've been they really like playing with him as a stand-in. Maybe that also contributed to the fact that Mousesports weren't as capable of reacting. Then of course you got the issue with the servers. You know, I don't know how big of an issue it really is. Boba failing on the kill here on black.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And tier 4 now going to go down.
Dire's courier has been killed. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Wow. Overall it was a... Oh, TC might even go down right now. Nope. Koikvar is the one that goes down. Dagon, where's it at? Where's the Dagon? 2 more seconds. Bulba, is he gonna go for it? Dagon! Dagon! There it is. Right as the Ancient drops. And that's our own little highlight as the game here ends. And Team Liquid advanced into the grand finals for the BigPoint battle number 2. Wow. Look at that. End game screen for y'all. Great play by Team Liquid. I mean, of course, again, it wasn't... Oh, let me actually turn this here down. Sorry. This light needs to be off, because then this happens. My camera adjusts, and this is a better picture overall. Or so I was told by Moose. So I turned that up so I don't get a headache, but that doesn't interest anybody. So Team Liquid played an amazing game. It wasn't as flashy as perhaps the viewers would have liked, but it was strategically intricate and very well executed. And as you saw, Mousesports weren't capable of doing jack squat against it. So a well-deserved win to the American powerhouse Team Liquid. I tip my hat to you guys, and I wish you the best of luck in the grand finals for the BigPoint battle. If you are interested in watching that one, go over to Toby's stream. It is coming up very soon. So without further ado, I am out. I'm going to go pass out now, perhaps play viewer game. I'm not so sure. I'm going to need some time to think about that. But thank you guys for watching. Please follow me at Epi Commentary on Twitter. And that is it for me. Thank you, and bye-bye.